So, should I do the main entrance or the sewer entrance? Obviously, the main Shelty would not go into the sewer. Tactically, both have their advantages. It's not like a nice fight going up like the front entrance where they can all rain arrows down on you from the main side, but you also don't want to be shot at from all sides when you get up into the main area, which is what will happen if you go in this way, well, the sewer way. So, where is that entrance side? I forgot. The place is full of farmer, but also with human and elf slaves. Now, it's kind of implausible they would have so many. I know, of course, they do like slave raids and capture people on the surface, sure. But like the odds of them getting down here to the deepest sections of Blackreach strike me as pretty low when the farmer just murder them all the time and feed them to Charas and things like that. But nonetheless, this is the only place where they have human slaves for some reason. Okay. Can you open that gate? That's what I'm hoping for. A way in. No, there's no way. Human slaves. Now, the humans should probably, like, you know, join you or something when you try to, like, you know, kill all their farmer masters successfully, but they don't. They will just continue trying to murder you even when the farmer have all been killed off and they can totally get the chance to be freed. That is a big missed opportunity here. They really should have had something to liberate the prisoners side quests you can discover and do. They do have another quest that's going to be liberate, like, one particular guy from the farmer. But he's like an Argonian, so he doesn't care. Alright, it's going to be quite a melee in there, so I better get these guys berserked. I think there's like a Charas back there. Could be wrong about that. That's an orc. Not a very sturdy orc. The archers and the Charas are the things that matter most to me right now. Oh, there's an archer. I don't know why they let their slaves be armed, but I guess their slaves are totally trustworthy and uninterested in freedom, apparently. So... Ooh, there's everybody. Alright, so... These guys need to deal with that. Oops, really messed that one up. But so did that. I can't believe how bad that was. There was a time when I never got hit playing this game. Washed up has been. Alright, finish up this one, I guess. Get around this corner. Nope, not what I meant to do. Lost! Alright, we're all over there, so that's good. Here's a... Yeah, we freed that thing, so that's not as good. Who's over here? Farmer Archer. If I can take you out solo, that'll be a pretty good outcome. Pretty good. I think I'm going to use my level up at this point. I have made enough mistakes that it's worthwhile. So, do I have anything worth leveling up? I think I'm mostly saving points at this point. Everything takes some investment to unlock next one. You get out of here. Who else is in this fight? Oh, 3 fallen. Seems a good opportunity for frenzy. Make everybody in there crazy. Oh wow, this is also a great opportunity. No! Get back together and fight each other. It's also a great opportunity for fireballs. And just think how rare it is to find like 4 guys together. Well, here we go. Or it's an even better opportunity for the incredibly rare Ice Storm. Yeah, never going to try this boy out. So cool. Alright, well that's not fun over there. So, back to business. Atop doesn't want to help again. I could totally cut him off there, would have been perfect. But, no. Regret. They're quite maneuverable, these guys. That's that taken care of. So, now I need to explore this place. There's several different internal sections to this ruin, actually. I think that this one, and it's cool that they have this place called the Debate Hall. One thing I dislike about the Elder Scrolls series is that like every civilization in the entire game is like an absolute monarchy, which is not the way the world was historically. Even like, you know, in ancient times or medieval times, like there were wide varieties of different government structures across the world. Absolute monarchies, yes, but also limited monarchies of various kinds, republics of various degrees of actual popular involvement, all kinds of things. History is an interesting place, and the Elder Scrolls universe is often not in that way. Everybody just has a game. Alright, there's one farmer over there, but she's a mage, or he's a mage, so I'm happy about that, actually. Nice. Quite content to have the mage in the last one standing. Even when his light was allegedly drained by magic, I still get more back. Barely get damaged at all at this point. So is the magic now. I have one more magic resistance perk to take at some point, once I get to a bit more alteration. Looking forward to that. Lost! So I like that the dwarves, unlike every other culture, seem to have had some kind of non-absolute government, where they had things like debate halls and places like that. It's a good detail. It's a good addition to the universe. The dwarves had like a very reason-based and interesting civilization in general. Okay, I wonder what the other door down there was. Probably just like a treasure room. I will probably not bother with it. Pumping station. I don't know how I'd know immediately that's a pumping station, but apparently Kelty does. So, there's a person walking down some steps. Will you aggro and fight your buddy, or aggro and fight me? Or just stand around because you don't know where either of us are. Okay, fine. There's your buddy down there. Okay. Is this a surface exit or a... Okay. I think there's 4 total ruin sections to this place, if I don't misremember. Neat little balcony. Anything else going on up here? I think that doesn't really take me to a totally different area, just like a different section of... Yeah, just the upper balcony where there's like a treasure chest and nothing else. Or something like that. I forget. Whatever. Back down again. Lost! As I recall, pumping station actually has some traps of some kind in it, so I need to be on my toes for those. Or not. Okay, no, it's just the Silent City Catacombs that has those, right. Okay. Okay, well if I aggro this guy in the back, he'll probably attack his buddy and not me, so that'll be nice. There's at least 3 Falmer in there. Are you guys gonna fight each other? Come on, you're totally aware of each other. Apparently not. Well, okay. So I guess I'll fight this one, who's a mage anyway, and then I will get the others, hopefully get them to fight each other. There's a couple. Alright, he should have no choice but to fight his friend now, I think. You get down. All 3 of you guys get down there. I'm really getting more opportunities than expected to actually use Fireball. It's pretty cool. I'll do some ice storms on them. Mix it up. Not efficient use of one of them. Ah, I guess these are back to just fighting me. Okay. I think my summon might be about to run out, so I better make do one and then stun by that guy. get stunned by that guy like that. Oh, did I aggro another one, or is that one that was there before? Where'd the mage go dead, I guess? Oh no, there she is. Oh, there are really more in here than I thought there were. And this summon is really determined to not be as helpful as I would like. By the way, I believe the impact perk only makes the guy who directly hit with this thing get stunned. Unlike with Ice Storm, where everybody who's in the area gets stunned, which makes Ice Storm actually quite useful in the way that Fireball isn't. So it's a rare case of Ice not being garbage in this game. Okay, I think we're clear in this area for now, but there's more of them up ahead. Quite a few more. Okay. Where did that guy go? Do I have a straight shot at him or not? I can't really tell. I think I'm going to take the chance. Nope, I got blocked by something. But it's another mage anyway, so... my Atronach will know where they are and where to get to them better than I will. If I shoot you with that, you will hopefully go in there and fight your friend. There's that one. I think I just walked into the ice past it. That's what I got pulled back. Could be mistaken. Pretty sure. Okay. Well, that's that one taken care of. Who's next? I guess that's not the way forward. Somewhere over here must be. Now, here's a new action map for you. Okay. You sludgy water. Let me put on shoes that I don't actually like as much. These ones have become kind of a liability in a way. I should probably throw them out down here somewhere. Don't like having this, Dark Brother here with me. And it's so incriminating. It hasn't turned out to be very useful. So I'll get them all mucked up in here and then throw them out from okay, no way to go around there or there, it looks like, so this must be the way onward. Now I'm sure I remember there being traps in here at some point, so I'd better be careful. I remember that from like a year ago, actually last time I was here. Chose to the memorable things. Can I make you friend go over there fight you, or I'm gonna get maximum damage on the magic bar here, but it's dodging me. There's a trap trigger, and that's probably the trap there. But how does it work? Aggro him. I think these are blade traps on the walls. Come on, man. Not too complicated. Wow. You're a very, very dull-witted demon, aren't you? Alright, if I shoot you with that, will you come this way? Yes. Yes, you will. Oh no, the actor's gonna ruin my timing here. And the Falmer somehow got through. How did that even happen? And why did I get damaged by my Atronach? I mean, I didn't, but like, why did I get almost damaged by my Atronach? Okay. So I guess silly nonsense has happened, and the Falmer gets to get away with it. Living in this stupid trap-built dungeon for no reason. I think I'm going to use Become Ethereal to get through here so I don't have any kind of risk of instant death, which I otherwise certainly would. Those dwarven blades are extremely powerful. There we go. Trying to get some damage from it. Not much, just get lucky with random multiplier and stuff. Don't think that lever actually turns them off, so it's ultimately pretty pointless. Wow, I've really been around here for quite a while without feeding on anybody. Oh, I see. This is just where the outside sewer entrance comes in here, so no point in going out through that door. I'll just get back through the trap zone. The trap will have a quick shout, some material. Fire! Okay. So, we've fully explored these 3 connected areas. Now I need to get into, I think it's called the Hall of Ruminations, to advance. I'll check where that actually is, because I certainly don't recall which of the many, many entrances in the central ruin is it. Let's see. So we need to traipse back through here and the pumping station end of the debate hall, I think. Or get to one of the several balconies and just make an exit that way. So, is this the way out? I think it was. My memory is less than perfect about this stuff. You know, by the way, vampires actually used to take sun damage in Blackreach, but it counts as an outdoor area for some purposes, and they just had that oversight. They fixed it in a later patch. Quite a funny little oddity there, I would say. Okay, I think the only entrances that I had out of here were either the one way up on that balcony area, or just the way back to the debate hall. Let's see. Yeah. If I go out here and drop down, that should be a small shortcut, probably worthwhile. Nope, it's actually just to the wrong part of the outside, so back in I go. And that's alright. So through the debate hall, then back to the Hall of Ruminations, and that'll take us up to the top of this little fortress place. Let's see. The other little dungeon I definitely want to find is, it's called the Derelict Funkhouse. That's a cool location. I forget exactly where it is in here, but I'm going to search for it and find it. Let's see. So I've cleared this place out. It should be empty. Right, back at Blackreach. So I'll just consult the map and see which door is which. Debate hall. So the Hall of Rumination is if I hang a sharp right, apparently. There's a gate I could open, but it probably wouldn't make a difference. Okay. So, most likely full of people. Yep. For anyone who doesn't know, by the way, rumination's a word. It means kind of slow, ponderous thought. It comes from the same word as a ruminant, meaning like animals that chew their cud like cattle and so forth. So not like intelligent thinking necessarily, but slow and laborious thinking at the very least. That was awesome. Get back on top of that heap. Is there anybody else in here who I should be aware of? Yes. This is still the pointless room? Okay. That's still kind of cool. Well... how do I get up to the other person who I saw them? Maybe through this gate? Seems reasonable. Yes, please open. Or is it locked maybe? Is there an unlocker somewhere? I could just make a loud noise, perhaps. That might summon the person back there to pull it open for me. Or maybe there's a lever in the little room that I didn't quite get into. Or up here. Oh, more people. Sitting calm rangers. Could easily, let me rescue them, but no. They will instead fight me to the death. Kelties willingly killed him because they're clearly insane to fight him to the death instead of being rescued. And also, just they would submit to the Falmer in the first place. It's disgraceful for humans. Where do people come from? They're really just very enthusiastic about being slaves to these horrible monstrosities. What are you, a Falmer back there, or a... So, anything else in here? We just need to find that lever and move on? No. But... onward and upward.
Lost!
Falmer over there, so here's a new summon. Can I just open this door? Yes, I can. Trying to lead me to an ambush, or are you just running away for no reason? Elevator up there. I'll ride that thing to the top soon. Didn't do a third person there. Do I misremember where that elevator is? Okay, I have just an intermediary balcony up here. I don't think it's a terribly useful one. Right, back in there, then we ride the elevator. This is a cool place, though. Three-dimensional maze. Like this, the engineering building, the place where I went to graduate school. I wasn't an engineering student or anything like that. I was studying economics. But at the University of Wisconsin-Madison, the engineering building, or one of them, is this gigantic bunker-like 3D maze. And I had to, like, find a group of people there at one time, late in the evening for some kind of meetup. And I just could not find a way around because all the doors were locked except for just, like, one somewhere on, like, some floor. I kept thinking if I just had a grappling hook, it would be much easier to get around. But sadly, I hadn't brought one with me. Balconies and railings and all kinds of things in the way. Ah, so here's a fun thing here. So clearly a great opportunity to Fufuda, but that also rings that bell. It's one of the few ways you can find out about one of the neater secrets in here, which is that there's a dragon down here. Some of them ring that bell with Fufuda. I don't know how you find it out other than doing that one thing and knock your guy off, but I'm sure it can spread the word around. It's pretty cool. Alright, don't want to miss the fireworks. So, a dragon, you should fly around to torch the place randomly, which does nothing. And then... where'd we go? Yeah, he'll land over there and he'll fight you only on the ground. Now, he has, like, very high hit points, even for a dragon. So he's an absurdly boring fight, but it's not a difficult one. On my previous run of this place, like, a week ago, where I lost all the footage for no reason, I tried to lure various things to fight him, and nothing would fight him. So I just had to slog through it, and that was kind of a waste. I think instead this time, honestly, I will just demonstrate that he's not a threat to me, and then just turn the difficulty down and move on with my life. Because he's... and nothing will fight him. Or at least it wouldn't then. There he is. I tried to lure a Dwarven Centurion to him, wouldn't fight him. I tried to lure fireballs, but like, he gets stuck in the stairs. It's kind of pathetic for a flying guy, but he won't fly. Anyway, name is Volthur Yol. I think Yol means fire. I think the other two things mean like Dark Lord or something silly like that. I don't think a dragon would name himself. I don't think a cat would name himself such a pretentious twits. So I do almost no damage, but he'll do almost none to me. I can easily just take cover behind these stairs. Are you gonna even try to attack me? So you can see I can easily get cover. He can't do a darn thing to me. So let's just get this over with. Alright. Dragons just have too many hit points. But I complained about that. It is so neat to just have a dragon down here in Blackreach to discover like that in that one secret way. But that there's no explanation for it is kind of just find some kind of lore here or some kind of clues about him or something. People have various fan theories, but none of them really have any kind of evidence for them, nor do they really answer the various questions about how a dragon got down here. and where it lives. We should be able to, like, maybe find his lair afterwards, or something like that. Just some kind of clue that one exists. Something to give us here. Some very ah, well. Alright, back to Legendary.
Lost.
Which little indoor ruin is that over there? Is that the derelict pumping station? I'm not sure where it is, honestly. I guess I'll do Conjure Wrathman here. Or break open that Char's Reaper pod. Char's Hunter pod, rather. Where did my... I guess when I have a Wrathman taking these, I shouldn't bother with stuns, because the Wrathman is too tough to kill by them. I should just instead, you know, focus on the best buy for my magic, which is to... not roll cast. Let me save up some magic now, so I'm hoping to stun-lock him down once he's dead. Or it might not work, but so, what building is that over there? I'm not sure. It might be like one of the other Dwarven Ruin entrances, like, the elevator to the, for Ralbthar or something. Yeah, I think that's what it is, actually, looking at it. Okay. Yeah, Ralbthar, where I did the Dark Brother quest, and has this much deeper section that you can go into. But I feel like Derelict Pump House would be around here somewhere, wouldn't it? This lake would be the kind of place you'd have a pump house. Oops, not where I meant to be. Good thing I'm wearing my Dark Brotherhood shoes, but I can take those off now, I guess. Let's see. I can put on my leather frost boots instead. Where haven't I been? I've cleared out most things down here. But I think that's just like a couple of chars down by the lake or something like that. Not something terribly important for me right now. What is that place if it's not the main quest area? Which it apparently isn't, because it would have like a flag on it if it was. Go over there and check it out. Don't think it's the Tower of Mizark. That's the main quest area, by the way. Is the building I just haven't explored yet? That'd be neat. Awesome little bridge. Ah, it is the Mizark place. I'm not sure why it's not getting flagged as a quest location. But what I am sure about is this is like the most desolate, imaginable place to dispose of some stuff that I've wanted to get rid of as evidence. So, I don't really need two of those. Don't really even need one of them. What can I dispose of? Well, I can get rid of my Dark Brotherhood stuff that I have been nervous carrying around. I can get rid of some books. I don't want to have these Thalmor dossiers. I've memorized them whenever I need to. That's not really useful or interesting to me. These journals I don't need, and they're kind of incriminating. Some of them are, at least. That one too. That's only worth money. Can't drop it as a quest item. That's useful to me right now. That's not. Nor is that. Incriminating. Not useful. Don't need that anymore. Kind of incriminating too. I have read these, so I'll get rid of those. Still looking for the fourth copy of that. Not sure why I haven't found it. That's like too precious to get rid of. Still looking for volumes 1 and 2 of that, but I'll get rid of that one for now. Okay, I'm a bit lighter, and I've gotten rid of some of these things in place where they'll basically never be found. Ever. So Hjalti's content with that, I guess. Now, I might just look up here where Derelict Pump House is, because I just can't seem to find it. Keep doing lots of quests as I walk along. If I find enemies I haven't killed, that might also be a clue. Let's see. Derelict Pump House.
Lost.
My memory of this place is definitely imperfect. It's kind of just hard to find your way around because you can't use the map for it very well. You only do small local sections, which is not very useful.
Lost.
Now there are these maps on the wiki so far. Great, that one is worthless, but that's the Elder Scrolls Wiki, it's always worthless. Let's check UESP. UESP Derelict Compass.
Lost!
Which building is this? Is that Silent Ruins again? I think it's Silent Ruins. Silent Ruin. Pumping Station, not what I'm looking for. Reeking Tower, I've been to that one. I think it was down by the lake. Okay, it's apparently at the south end of Blackreach. That narrows things down a little bit. Let's see what else this has to say on the much more useful UESP wiki.
Lost!
Located an island in the waterfall-fed lake at the south end of Blackreach. To the left. Okay, I can probably figure that out then. So I remember it just being like a neat dungeon. It's kind of like a puzzly place, which is a rarity in Skyrim. And a welcome change.
Lost!
I might misremember it because I haven't been there in like a year, but I seem to recall that there was one place that was like that down in Blackreach.
Lost!
And then back to the tower of the to advance things, I think. Waterfall fed. So those are just charges over there. I probably won't bother with them unless they're in the right spot where I just need to go. Which they might be. So here a waterfall is going down. Waterfall from the lake at the south end of Blackreach. I'll just navigate along these dangerous rocks and rely on kind of ethereal to get me out of here if I need to. Ah, Falmer Village. I forgot about that place. Okay. Oh, and there's a geode vein. Neat. I was one place to talk about those. So there's several different ore veins, of course, of various things you can find down here. You know, this is Core Emblem's not terribly interesting, but geode veins are totally unique to Blackreach, I believe. And they're interesting and a useful resource. If you mine them, basically you get soul gems, unfilled, but you get like 3 per geode vein that you find in mine. So it's pretty good, actually. Alright, you guys get out here. You guys... Oh, you were clever, huh? Smart one. It's an archer up. Yeah, I saw the archer just in time to get shot. Not my finest moment, but could be worse. You're just going for me, huh? Only me? The other archer's still on the loose. I don't know that at all. There's his arrow. There's another arrow. Another one. I'm doing a pretty good job of dodging them, but I don't like having to shoot them at all. Not when I'm not at full HP. This Falmer hopefully is almost down. Nice. Okay. So make my approach at full HP. Double check that nothing else is going to ambush me. Nothing else horrible down here. No? Okay. Can't shoot from that angle. Where's the way up? Is this one? No, it's the way up. Nice. Let's get a new summon up there with you. A worthy opponent. Oh wow, that's a rare find. I guess it didn't really need it, but there's a couple quests that call for Black Soul Rooms. Why not? Wearing this Charis chitin helmet there. You notice they have no eye holes on it because Falmer's supposed to be blind, but they actually are only 80% blind in the game data, which is why they can see you in some cases when you're pretty close to them. I guess it's just necessary for game mechanics, you know, reasons so they don't just completely overlook you. As I recall, like Dark Souls and Seath the Scales was allegedly blind, but he could totally see you just like that. So Skyrim's not the only game that gets lazy about that. It just makes the villain be able to see when it's convenient. The action really did not work out here. They just kind of backed the heck up and the DPS. Surprisingly sturdy Falmer, too. Seems like even for Gloom, there's a lot of hits. Alright, so that's like the bizarre tower place, I guess. So, creep along the edges here, perhaps, and become ethereal step by step. That seems like a good way to avoid getting wet.
Fight! Fight!
My nose wearing off? Okay, I made it, just barely. Potted plant. Oh! Oh, jeez! Okay. I'm going to change my equipped spells. I did not see that one coming, guys. I don't remember ever fighting an enemy before, and Hjalti is terrified enough to do this that he will go into water to avoid them. That's how scared I am right now. That was almost the end of this Let's Play. I did, of course, you know, shout to avoid getting wet in said water, but, like, Hjalti almost considered not even doing that. Whew. Fun things to discover in Blackreach every time.
Lost!
Anything else around here? No? I don't like leaving my summon to his own devices over there. I feel like he's not going to win this fight on his own, but I can't shoot past him. But if I resummon, the guy will probably just aggro onto me regardless. Of course, time will just run out at some point. I think I need to... resummon now. Get behind cover. Nope, he's running back there. Dodge, so if he has a crossbow, he can't point it at me. Can't really tell if they have crossbows most of the time. This summon is lazy. Lazy, lazy, lazy. So if he has a crossbow, I'm in deep trouble, but I don't think he does yet, because he hasn't raised his arm in that fashion. But I'm not going to give him a good opportunity, I'm just going to blast away and keep him stun locked. Alright, that worked out alright. I don't know if there's anything else that's over there that's worth my time. So, over here I go. Field of Stones.
Fight!
One step at a time. Now the big one.
Fight!
I hope there's an island around there somewhere. Yes, made it. Hjalti was very proud of himself.
Fight!
Oh no! It was almost all for nothing, but I think I got up onto the slopes of this thing. Alright, where's that island with the alleged pump house on it?
Fight!
Next place I can stand. There we go. Okay. Can I find it on my map here? Derelict Pump House. It should be somewhere on my right. Maybe that's it. Seems plausible.
Fight!
Go, go, go! Faster! Phew, just made it. Okay, I think I'll have a summon because I don't know if there's any... Well, I thought I would have a summon, but the game had other ideas. Okay, I'm not going to have a summon. Wouldn't want to find like a dwarven sphere on top of me when I go in here. Oh, there's my summon. That doesn't make any sense at all. But there is apparently something in here. Ooh, the highest power version of Dwarven Spider. I don't want to mess with that, don't want to find out how good the damage is. It could be quite substantial. It's certainly way over my level. Let's see if we can kill that Atronach in a few seconds. I'll prepare to conjure a Wrathman instead. Should send up here a little bit better. And yep, we killed that guy fast. Probably his lightning blast attack. Mostly, yeah, see the Kraken. He definitely has a lightning blast attack. Which would give me back magic most likely, so I'm okay with using that. And lightning blast and death 2% damage decent. Okay. Anything in this chest? Oh, almost first try. Yes. No. Okay. Alright, so it's barred off underwater. Need to figure out the way to open it up. I think I'm going to take off all of Hjalti's clothes here and do this stuff into a waterproof sack of some kind. Then get in there. Should be nice and warm and okay, and not icky and slimy. There we go. It's like a pump wheel thing can turn. I don't know why a vampire would be able to suffocate, but apparently they can. So, is there anything down here that may be useful? Or, yeah, there's a chest underwater. Well, but that's the little dungeon, so it's cool. Little puzzle, little thing to find. Okay, so we had Morokai and Amulet of Talus, and my ring is still on, and my shoes with leather boots, and now we're back to being good. And this should take me back to some higher level area instead of the bottom of that lake. Is that Ralbthar over there that I'm looking at? I think it is Ralbthar. Whereas I want... But let me check. Maybe it's not Ralbthar. Maybe I'm just wrong with it. It's about time to head to the Tower of Mazark. I've explored just about everything down here. Really had a good time, I would say. Yeah, deepest part of Ralbthar. Alright, what am I looking at over there? Some Falmer? Okay. I've killed nearly everything down here. You know what? How do you not get knocked off the button? Another little farmer village, I guess. Kelty is happy to be exterminating them. Destroying their little towns. Hopefully torching some little creepy elf babies in their cradles. It's not getting summoned anywhere, huh? My summons disappearing is really becoming a nuisance. If only there's an efficient way to just like burn his hut with it. Just step over here. He won't come out of his hut. Oh, I recall this now. This is the place where actually you can get stuck. It's like it has bad pathing to it, so he can't get out and you can't get out either, although you can get out. He forced you to reload, sure, unless you can turn off collision mode. Okay, so where is the Tower of Mazark? It was on a little bridge, so that suggests that it's in this general area. That's the great elevator of Ralbthar, I guess. Yeah, that would make sense. So, can you see it on the map, maybe? It should be somewhere near the lake, I think. There are the pump house, war quarters, can't see any further on the map. Okay, gotta do some exploring again. Remember, it wasn't near that landmark. So, I probably won't spend too much time going that way. Could it be that tower over there? Seems plausible.
Lost!
Ah, yes. Here's where those 2 remaining Charises are. Okay, I guess I'll fight you guys. I really have, like, purged Blackreach of everything, so why not you guys? Each other, please. Or not. Well, I'll help the summon work on this funny level now. You can see they stay coated in their icky green slime for a bit, but then eventually wears off again. Just kind of a neat touch there, I guess. Well, not a neat touch, the opposite of a neat touch. A messy touch. Ah, now they're fighting each other. Good, good. And now it's worn off. But that's what it lasted, I guess. Which one's the summon fight? Can't tell. If I make a new summon, I hope they start fighting each other. Keep fighting each other. Now, if I cast Frenzy on them, they might well retarget, but I think it's worth it to renew the duration. Oh. It's a new point. Which one is the badly injured? Oh, get back some magic and then move on our way. And it all kind of came full circle. I finished these guys off and I'm right near the Tower of Mazar, so that works out already. Alright, you. Set it down. Oh, well, there goes the afterlife. I'm really terrible at hitting these guys at time. They definitely zigzag a lot, and have a good way to just kind of change elevation unexpectedly, or just to go over the weird ground. We should try and fight sometime soon. There we go. Okay. Glad that's over with. Blackreach purged. Cleansed of all this filth. Let's see. I guess I can get over there.
Fight!
And then where's the way out? I must go around here somewhere, but I'll just get over there.
Fight!
Okay. So, as I recall, the Tower of Mazark is actually a little bit disappointing. It's not really a dungeon, which is good, because we've gone through 2 long dungeons already. Having a third one would just be a nuisance. It'd be a downgrade kind of thing to do. But, it's not really it's supposed to be like a puzzle, but it's not really a puzzle, unfortunately. That one place in the major quest line, in this kind of similar dwarven room, is a little bit of a puzzle, but not much of one. But this place is not really one at all. It's just a random dwarven odds and ends about. Oh, open chest, anything in there? Well, I mostly resisted my temptation to take anything, but not completely. Right, so there really shouldn't be any kind of signs of recent life in there, but there nonetheless are. We'll find out the only guy who has ever been in here was died ages ago, but nonetheless there's signs of recent life for no reason. Kind of a mistake, but whatever. So, neat, mysterious, cool dwarven thing. Room is empty though. We just kind of go up to the top of it and have a look around. Right, so tables with books and cool things like that. They make intelligent, although cushionless chairs, but they make stone beds for some reason. I don't get it. I seem to recall there's a skeleton around here somewhere that has some information on it. Where might that be? Nothing needed. I just want to find the lore for this place. I thought it. There we go. So this guy must be Drocht. And he's got this book, Journal of Drocht. I weren't never one for writing about my life. The king priests of old deserve their stories told. Apparently it's the dragon priests. But Drocht is a simple man, so this isn't no journal. I'm not telling any stories here. But this infernal machine gun works its way into my brain space and won't leave till I won't leave till it's figured out. Whole contraption just sits like a dead horker if it don't have the box. Put in the box in the home and it'll all come to life. 5 rings and only 4 buttons. Most of them don't work most of the time anyhows. When the lights line up, more open, but they don't seem to help. Just make another damn thing move. The old fleabag Khajiit what sold me this cube said something about the light through the knowledge through the machine rests on the cube. I remember because he made me say it back until I wanted to throttle him. So I did. Tried to leave, but wolves to the top, and this Nord let wolves stop him. And them eyeless freaks outside the tower. And that's kind of an anachronism because they really shouldn't have been Falmer until late-ish in the first year, probably. Gotta stay here till I get it all right. And I will get it right. Okay. But unfortunately, it's not really much of a puzzle. I don't know how you couldn't figure it out. I mean, like a dumb Nord maybe, but you really just you put the box in there. And then you mash the buttons. I forget which button it is you need to mash, but you just mash one of the buttons and so that thing just rotates. Rotates, and at some point I push this button. Am I pushing the wrong button? Is that what's going on? I'm trying to activate the overhead. Okay, I'm forgetting something. You basically just mash one of the buttons more or less mindlessly. There's no clues about how it works. You just there we go. Okay. Yeah. Now I just mash this one mindlessly. Again. The only real hazard here is you might push it one too many times and they go through the whole cycle again. Like I just did right there, see? Because it's delayed before the next button reveals that it's ready to go. Now it's not There we go. So, rearrange. Bit dull, a bit disappointing, but whatever. Next one. And this thing is lit up. I think it's already got the knowledge that we need for Septimus Cygnus, but now I need to get the Elder Scroll myself. I don't know why, like, the dwarves would not have put some kind of defenses around the most important thing in the universe. Probably one of their greatest national treasures and the most important things that decided to keep out the hands of anybody else, but no defenses, nothing to stop any other person from walking up to the mashing some buttons and taking it. But there we go. There's the lexicon for Septimus Cygnus, and the Elder Scroll for me. Now, out we go to get some sweet, sweet sunlight. By the way, Kelty didn't feed upon the inhabitants like the Falmer servants because there's no telling what the Falmer have been feeding them. So, no thank you. But he could sure use a nice juice box right about now. Hopefully one will walk by. And I've done what the expedition couldn't, and opened this little tower ruin. So, Kelty will go over here and take a nap, I think, and that is where we'll end things. Alright, hope you all enjoyed that. I just butchered my way through that cavern. Had a grand time despite it being a repeat. Blackreach is always one of my favorite parts. Well, hope you all enjoyed that. Have a great day, everyone.